it's probably better to lean on not doing it.
Yeah.
But I would say that if you're just like in a flirting level, like you have to know like for damn sure.
Hi guys, this is Third Wheeling Podcast, and I'm Ashanti.
I'm Austin.
And I'm Mitsy.
And today we're going to be talking about LA, drama, and entertainment life. So,
Nice.
First, what have you been doing lately? What work?
So basically, this was our first week off of the Go House. So we were filming every day for the reality show that we were on.
Yeah.
Game show thing. And basically this week I've just been working on my own social media stuff and filming with a couple comedy groups, or just one called Churdleys. And I'm working with another one called Slappers Only this week. I don't know.
Slappers.
I don't know, but I'm working with them this week. They're sending me over a script, and yeah, but I haven't been doing much since the Go House has ended. So I'm kind of
new in your life, or?
Nothing too new. No, I'm just trying to adjust to like the LA life because I was so used to filming for Go House every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Then now that it's over, I'm like, what now?
What do you do now?
Yeah.
So living out here, what do you want to accomplish?
I just want to basically grow my own platforms, my social media platforms.
Okay.
I'm trying to get into YouTube more because that's really hard to get into.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to go viral on YouTube opposed to TikTok because the algorithms are completely different. And I don't know, it's just like a lot harder to engage people on YouTube. So that's something I've been really working on. And I also just want to get back into I might want to get back into modeling. I don't know.
I think you should.
I don't know. I might.
Definitely.
Then I also want to just continue doing YouTube skits, which is really fun for me and stuff. Just little acting things like that.
So you like?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was gonna say we had Markian. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Markin.
On a while back, he grew on Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's has how much?
4 million on Facebook. He's
So-
huge on
dang.
Facebook.
Yeah, so it's mate, what if you started posting your stuff on Facebook and?
I guess I could. That's what Churdleys did, and it got it's millions of views on there.
Yeah.
But I don't go on Facebook, so
Yeah,
there's so many platforms to keep up with.
Yeah.
I can't keep up.
Yeah, they were saying that the shareability on Facebook is huge.
Oh.
Essentially, there's a share button, so everyone can repost it to their own feed. So
Oh,
by
yeah,
doing
that's
that,
true.
you can go viral super, super quickly.
Yeah. I forgot about that feature.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm basically just trying to do what I'm doing, but just grow more from it, I guess.
Grow more.
Yeah.
So if you were to build off of one thing here, would you want it to be modeling, acting, or social media?
Probably social media first, and then hopefully down the road, more into acting and modeling. But that's
Okay.
down the road because it's hard to get into that,
Yeah.
and everyone I've talked to doesn't know how to get into it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I
'Cause you
don't
do a
even
lot of
know.
skits.
I know I do a lot of skits and acting in that department, but I'm like, I don't know how to get my foot into
Door.
that door.
Yeah. I don't know.
The acting side, so I'm on film and TV.
Yeah.
The acting side
It's
is
more
it's a whole different world.
Yeah.
But I mean, what you're doing right now totally correlates, and what you're doing is actually the correct way. You can use your current status as a stepping stone into
Yeah.
film, but it's it's so different. It is pretty
I know.
wild.
It's so. That's why I'm talking to other people, and they're like, I don't know how to get into it. I'm like, how does no one know how to get into it
Yeah.
out here? I'm like,
So I guess one quick thing. I mean, if you have any questions, I can totally walk you through it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but two, the biggest thing probably would be representation first. You want an agent or a manager.
yeah.
To at least get you into the door, get some auditions, and then from there, that's when it gets trickier. Too.
Yeah,
You'll need
that's what I've
headshots
heard, but I'm like, I don't know where to find these managers or agents.
Well, wouldn't it be like a regular agency like we were talking about in the car where you have the agency and they send out your portfolio or whatever to
Yeah.
different stuff, and then if you fit their what
Fit the
they
criteria.
want, then they
Yeah.
Then they'll
hit
book
you up
you
with
for
a
an
job.
audition.
Yeah.
I think I just need to go on Google and literally just Google local agencies.
I have a
or
list
local-
of some agencies. I can shoot them.
Oh,
over to
really?
you. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, I got you
Nice.
covered. Very
Maybe I
welcome.
can get started. But yeah, that's something maybe down the road. That's something down the road that I eventually want to do. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just exploring a bunch of different creative avenues. Anything creative.
Especially
I
out
love.
here is where to get creative.
Yeah. And I also study fashion in school, so eventually I want to do something with fashion.
Wait, that's so cool. You need to get into maybe start. Would you like to do like fashion TikToks? Would you be interested in that?
Yeah, but TikTok only likes it when I do comedy. So it's kind of like complicated because, but I love comedy.
I know you have a second account, but like a second account.
I mean,
For
I kind of
fashion.
do like Get Ready With Me's on my second account,
Oh, okay.
but the only problem with my second account is that it keeps getting banned. Like I posted yesterday, and it went back to a video for like a video promo that I filmed for Go House, Alba Botanica. I was using a face scrub. It took it down, and then it removed my account for a week.
No
or,
way.
Or I can't post on it for a week.
You're
So
not
I'm
allowed
like,
to do promos. Tell them you're not allowed to do promos no more.
I know. I was just like, why? It was like
Yeah.
a harmless video too. And then when I appealed it, it went back up because it was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with the video, but
Right.
we're still going to ban you for a week. So I'm like, okay.
That's
So I made
crazy.
a second account, made a third account, and I'm posting on there. But still, it's like TikTok has just been, it's been like banning my stuff. My main account got banned yesterday for a week.
Wow.
So that's why I'm like trying to hop on YouTube because at
Yeah.
least for that, it's like you don't get banned, but it's also hard to get that fan base and to get in the algorithm.
Yeah.
What kind of YouTube content have you been posting?
Mainly just vlogs, just I don't know, filming random things. Yeah, just my day-to-day lifestyle stuff.
That's
I
cool.
don't know.
The vlogs. I feel like people will really like vlogs.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have been saying that I should start like comedy skits on my page, but I already film for someone else for that. So it's like, I don't want to be doing, I don't know. I want to be doing the same thing on TikTok, like skits on TikTok,
Yeah.
skits for someone else, and then like come up with skits on my own, and then like not having enough resources to do the skits on my own. Cause like you need to be able to like go out and drive and get like supplies and stuff, like costumes,
Production.
like
people
like
and-
drive people places, have like a cameraman. And I'm like, I don't have any of those things right now. So I'm like,
yeah. And also on YouTube now you can show like you and stuff that you like to do and stuff that you're interested in, like
and I feel like
fashion
it's
and
more
stuff.
sustainable to do stuff that I enjoy. I mean, I love comedy and stuff, but if I'm already doing that
Right.
for someone else, I feel like I'm already like happy with that. So I don't know. I might do skits on my page, but as of right now, I'm not. So.
Not. Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Ooh. Just the ones we got.
Just the
Yeah.
ones we got? Okay, so I loved hearing about your work out here in LA, but now we're going to
Thanks.
talk about relationship and boys. Do you have
Oh,
any new
gosh.
boy in your life right now?
No.
No.
No. I do not. No.
Are,
no,
are
no.
you interested? It's becoming now fall and Christmas time where everyone wants a boyfriend.
Oh my
No?
gosh.
This is
There
cuffing
is
season.
No one.
It's cuffing
there is
season.
no one. I was talking to my mom. I was like, while I'm out here, I was like, I think I'm just going to be single forever out here because I don't like any
Yeah.
of the guys out here.
Yeah.
I don't like
I totally
anyone.
get that. It's very hard to
I know.
like and find someone genuine out
There was
here.
that one guy,
Yeah.
but whenever I see him at parties, it's the same conversation that we have.
What happened?
It's boring. It's not interesting.
It's just boring.
Yeah, and it's just like the same conversation where he's like, "Oh, I'm into you, and I want this, but I'm leaving in a few months, so I can't get
It's
too
hard.
attached." So I'm like, "Okay."
It's not a fun conversation
know.
to have multiple
Yeah, I
times.
know, and
So
I'm
it's like, what do you take from that? So do I go in or do I not?
I know. So I'm like, okay, so so like the last conversations I had, I was like, "Can you just tell me that you don't like me so I can like move on?" He's like, "No." I'm like,
I
"Oh."
like you.
I know. I was like, "Ah." So that's hard.
Yeah.
How did you
But,
two, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh.
What
I
were
was
you
going to say,
saying?
how'd you two meet?
At a Go House party. Yeah. But yeah, that's not happening.
Okay.
In a perfect world it would have, but in this circumstance, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are no guys in my life right now.
And this is not
Man.
the Jitsi combo?
Oh my gosh, no.
No.
Jacob
No.
and I are just friends.
Okay.
No. Jacob has a
She said
girl.
no. Yeah, she does. I walked into Jacob's room thinking it was like Reagan's again or like my old room. And I walked in and I saw the bathroom and I was like, that is not Reagan.
Yeah.
So like I was like backed out and I was like, I'm so sorry. I forgot whose room this
I don't know if
is.
I don't know if they have like a label or like, but they're pretty much boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or they're like in a relationship of some sort.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
Jitsi is just a friendship.
Just a friendship.
I love
Just a
Jacob, but
friendship.
yeah, no.
Yeah. Especially
We're
being
too
out
opposite.
here.
We're too opposite.
Yeah,
very
I can
opposite.
vouch for that. I can definitely vouch for that. But here, and you were in college back in Ohio, so you have boys surrounded by you all the time. And out LA, there's always boys everywhere. What is the craziest or funniest thing a guy has done to try and impress you?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I'm trying to think. The craziest thing. Dude. I don't know.
You don't know.
I've been so single for a while. I'm like, I'm trying to recall something. I mean, I guess I'm trying to think of like someone trying to impress me.
Did someone back home at college come up to you about your TikTok or like?
Oh my gosh. Well, like one of like someone I met like a few weeks ago, like one of Jacob's friends, like I don't know if it's like
Trying to
flirting or
impress, yeah.
something. It's not impressing, but like I showed him my TikTok, and then ever since every single time he sees me, he like talks in like one of my character voices, and he's like, Mitsy, and I'm like, or like he's like meow, and I'm like, oh my god, and he does that now, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
There
It's
can
just
be
like
two
funny.
of us.
Yeah,
Literally.
but I don't know of any like impressing things.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
no
that
one's
was a
done
funny
like
thing. That
yeah,
was
that
was
is.
pretty
Yeah, it's
funny.
kind of funny. He
Yeah,
just
that
like
was funny.
basically just like makes fun of me.
Yeah, your characters.
Yeah, which
Oh
is
my
fun.
gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So Ohio, how was Ohio and how was college? Do you miss college?
Yeah, I miss it a lot actually. I miss just like the freedom of, I don't know. I just mostly miss the scheduling. Like, I mean, it was hard this past year because of the pandemic, but
Yeah.
I feel like I had a set time in the day where I knew, okay, I have to get up. Like, I'm getting up early because I have this class.
Right.
So once I'm up early, I'm able to do things. And then I'd be like, okay, at this time, I have like a time slot where I can film a TikTok. I have a time slot for this. And then afterwards, like, I could go out and it would be like walking distance and stuff. And then, like, the frat parties were so much fun. Like, the themed parties
Yeah.
were so much fun. So it's like a lot of that. It's mostly the scheduling and then, like, knowing that I have an event that I can go to later that weekend or something to look forward to, like that.
Yeah.
Because out here, it's kind of like,
You don't know.
there's a
what's
party,
coming.
but there's a list. So, like, you can try to go.
I say that
I don't
all
know if
the
you can get
time.
in, but you can try to go. Like,
Yeah. Everything's here. Like back home, you can go anywhere you
Yeah.
want. You hear a party, well, you just go to wherever the address
Yeah.
is. Here, it's like you can't go wherever you want. There's lists for everything, and if your name isn't important, then you can't really get in.
Yeah, so it's like I'm kind of like hesitant to go places because I'm like, am I?
Able to.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
Um,
And I heard you talking about it earlier. Is like back home, you had a set schedule. You know what was going on. Whereas here, it's hard to know what's your
Yeah.
next step is. And
especially since the Go House just ended, I'm like, we were filming all day, every day.
Yeah.
Now it's like, what now?
what do we do now?
Yeah, so that's another reason why I'm going home. I'm going home tomorrow to I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed, but I'm also going home for 2 weeks because I just need to figure out what I'm doing with my life.
Right.
And I need to just like figure out, okay, I just need to like set myself like my own schedule, figure out what works best, and then I'm going to come back here and hopefully get
for the
things
best.
done and be like successful. Because right now I feel like I'm in a rut, like a creative rut. So
You'll
Yeah.
come back
Yeah.
refreshed and like,
yeah,
Yeah.
I just need to like be home with my family for a bit.
And maybe
think
that
about-
will help you grow more. Like
Yeah.
being home and having time.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. It'll just like refuel me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
But
school
yeah.
did you go to, by the way?
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm probably also going to visit there for a bit, for like a night or two maybe.
Some football games.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, there's a game this weekend, but I can't go because I get my wisdom teeth removed on Friday, and I can't just be walking around.
That would be a trip.
That would be a trip. But the next weekend, I might go there. I don't know. There's a game.
There's a game the next weekend.
Yeah, there's like a game
Oh.
every weekend. I don't know if
Oh,
it's
okay.
home or away. I'm pretty sure it's away, but there's still like tailgates and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hanging
yeah.
out with friends.
So have you thought about like out here? I've been to a couple of UCLA parties. I don't know about you, but have you thought about moving to college out here, or maybe USC, or?
I would not go to like an actual college because that would be
Okay.
too expensive.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about doing online like community college classes, but I'm not doing that this semester because I just wanted to. I was thinking about it, and then I was talking to I think it was just like a couple family members. They were like, why don't you just like take a break and then just try and like, I don't know, just dive head in, or I don't know.
Like to social media?
Yeah, just like try
Yeah.
really hard in that department.
Yeah.
And so
Put all your time and effort into
yeah,
that.
just like put my time into that, and then I can always take classes next semester, which is what
Right.
I'm going to do.
Right.
Or yeah, just something like that. So I'm not doing that, but I would do like community college classes. But
Yeah. That's what I'm doing right now, is community college, but I didn't go do California community college because then I would lose my grants and my scholarships for back home. So I'm doing community college back home.
Yeah, that makes
just-
sense.
Virtually, right?
Yeah. And I like because like of my scholarships, like if your scholarships override like the initial like payout of school, then you get money back. So it's like, oh, I'm ready for that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
A couple thousand back just to go to college, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So,
nice.
That's nice. That's what I did not want to lose coming out here, and then I would have to pay,
Yeah,
you know?
that's nice.
Okay, but going back to relationships,
Oh gosh.
how many relationships have you been in? Like
I want to say okay, two.
two?
One was just talking, but it was for like 4.5 months, and it wasn't going anywhere. So yeah, 2 actual relationships.
So-
One was like I started when I was in the Go House. I was started in a relationship, and then it ended. But
I
and
remember.
then the other one was. It was right before my freshman year of college. It was this summer going into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they both ended pretty well. Y'all are friends. You're good. You're all
Yeah.
good.
I always like ending relationships in like a positive light, and I always say that I want to be friends and stuff. But a few days ago, actually,
Oh my goodness.
no, I ended on a good note. Like
Yeah.
I like being friends. Like we agreed to. I don't know. Also, I've always been the one to break up with someone, so maybe if I was broken up with, it would be a different experience.
Yeah.
Maybe I would be more upset. But I tend to, I like ending on a good note, and that ends for a reason. But a couple days ago, I found out that my ex is telling people that he broke up with me.
Oh
And I
no,
was
like-
not that situation. I feel like, sorry, I feel like guys always do
I
that.
know, and
Really?
so
They not
I was
Yeah,
like,
they probably do.
ego
and
and
like, yeah, and so my one friend, okay, so my ex had a best friend, and his best friend's girlfriend, I was close with her because we all went to a trip to Miami.
okay,
And
Miami.
yeah,
That's
we all,
like-
we,
no,
all,
I'm
we all
kidding.
went to Miami, and it was like we had so much fun. And I was just like, "Hey, how are you guys?" She's like, "Oh, we broke up." And then she's basically like, "Oh, but I heard that you and your guy broke up too. Like you dodged a bullet." And I was like, "What do you mean by that? Like he's a great guy
Yeah.
and stuff." And she was like, "Oh, well, he just didn't have anything good to say about you." And I was like,
Whoa.
Oh no,
and I was
not
like,
poor
we ended
Mitsy.
we ended on a really good note, and so it was basically like I just told him like I didn't think it was going to work out because I was moving to LA.
And
I
that's
knew I
fair.
was going to stay in LA, and he was like, "Oh, but if you go back," and I was like, "No, I just have a feeling I'm going to stay here," which
Yeah.
ended up happening, and so
At least you didn't
Yeah.
lead him on.
yeah, so
Yeah.
like I was like I'd rather just, instead of going back and forth and then like having to pay for those plane tickets and stuff, because I did really like him, but it was just like I couldn't, like it just in the long
too
run
much.
I didn't think that it was
Yeah.
sustainable.
Especially with like an indefinite, you don't know how long you're gonna
Yeah.
be gone.
Right.
So yeah, we ended on good terms. Like I would check up on him, be like, "How are you doing?" and stuff like that. But yeah, I talked to his best friend's girlfriend because we went on this trip to Miami
Right.
and we were friends. And she was like, "Yeah, he had nothing good to say about you, and he said that
no.
he was like done with you and stuff." And like
Please.
he was just talking and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I was just so surprised because like I would end things and stuff, and he would like call me and be like, "Are we still together?" And I'd be like, "No."
Oh my gosh.
So like
no.
he still liked me, and I
Yeah.
still liked him
Right.
deep down, but I just knew it didn't work out. So I was
Yeah.
like, "Why are you So that's why I'm kind of nervous to go
at
back.
my knees, but then
It sounds
also
like-
talking bad about me.
Yeah, it
that's
sounds like
what I
he's a
was-
little bitter or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, okay. I mean, it's understandable because when you're like heartbroken or once you're out of something, like it's okay. I mean, it's natural to like rant to your friends about stuff
And get
But I
mad,
just
yeah.
hope that he's not telling other people
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, I'm going back to Ohio next week or tomorrow. And it's like, I don't want people to think that
I'm
I
this
like,
bad
he broke
person.
up with me because of XYZ.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he was just telling people that I was just looking for clout and he was done with it. And I was like,
Looking out of him?
no.
Oh, just like you were clout
Because I was
hunting.
in
Yeah.
LA.
Oh, what?
I know, but the conversation.
An opportunity came to
Yeah.
you.
I know, and I was like, it's because the conversations I would have with him would be because he would FaceTime me, but it would be like in the middle of a segment or something, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, okay, like we're filming the next segment now, like we have to go. And then he'd be upset about it. I mean, it was just understandable because like you want to talk to your girlfriend, but and then afterwards, like we would all like try and hang out and stuff, but like with the whole house, and I felt like it was just hard for me to hang out and connect with everyone because everyone was already kind of like buddy with each other,
Right.
you know, because I moved into the room
Yeah.
with two best friends, and then there was two best friends downstairs, and then Kylie was super outgoing, so and then like all the guys were like friends and stuff, so like
Yeah.
it was just hard for me to connect with people on that level. And so like afterwards I would talk to him and I'd be like, okay, but I need to hang out with my roommates because it's just like I'm also just like a socially anxious person, so like it's extra hard for me to make those connections. So like
Yeah.
when I would tell him like, hey, I need to go, he'd be like, oh, so you'd rather talk with them
No, it's
instead of me? And I'm like, no, it's just that I just kind of have to like, adjust
you're
to my
living
environment.
with these people for these
know.
many months. Like,
And so I guess he took that and said that I was looking for clout. And I was like,
Oh.
what? I'm like, it's just hard for me to adapt to this new environment because
Yeah.
LA is just so much more.
it's not
much more
just like
different
you
from
just
the
moved to LA.
Midwest.
You moved in with these people.
I know.
to
So
LA.
like he completely twisted that, and then now he's telling people that. So I'm like, oh, okay. I hope when I go back to Ohio State that like people don't think that
Different.
of me because
Yeah.
that's not at all what happened. So yeah,
No,
that
no,
sucks.
no.
Oh, I'm
It
sorry.
does suck.
I know, but
Boys are boys.
Yeah, we suck.
yeah.
They suck.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have spoken your words on dating, but eventually, not that you have to, but I feel like you may get in a relationship. How do you feel about getting a relationship in LA, or how do you feel about LA
gosh.
relationships?
LA really okay. Those scare me.
I know.
LA relationships scare me. It's hard to see a successful relationship blossom in LA.
Yeah.
I've noticed like a lot of people are single out here, and I think it's just because everyone has like a different mindset.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Come
know.
out here for different reasons.
Yeah.
Themselves. mainly,
And
but-
also, I feel like it is a lot easier to get in relationships because I'm from the Midwest, so I feel like everyone's just like a lot more like. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a completely different. People have different energies.
Yeah.
Out here than back at home.
well, they're not looking for
Yeah.
fame for themselves back
yeah,
home.
not even the fame aspect. Like not even that. It's mostly just like everyone's like focusing on themselves while they're out here,
Yeah.
and so there's that. But also like I don't know. The guys out here are just not my type.
Yeah. That makes sense.
The-
Also, like, well, just like relationships, like me being in a relationship out here, we didn't meet in LA.
Yeah.
Well, I guess technically, did, but like our relationship started in Alabama and Oklahoma. So
Yeah.
if we were out here, it'd probably be a little bit harder.
And like another thing is that the only time that I necessarily see other people is like at parties and stuff. And that is
And they're listed, so it's
It's a different environment,
Like even when
too,
I
yeah.
see guys, like they're just like they don't come up to you or like
yeah, it's definitely
engage.
different in Oklahoma, or not Oklahoma, in LA, because in Oklahoma, I feel like everyone kind of goes up to everyone.
Yeah, they're like, hey, or like even if you see a familiar face, it's like I don't know, like you both know each other, but
yeah, you don't
say
just
hi.
stare. Like in LA, they just
I
kind of
know.
like just
So I don't know, like I feel like a lot of guys are more standoffish, and so. Yeah, and like my friends back at home, like sometimes they're like, "Oh, you're cute." Like, has anyone gone up to you at a party or something? Or like, I'm like, no, Like, I feel like I'm just not there sometimes.
Yeah.
What?
So,
That is true. It's very hard. Like, I don't know. Unless you go out of your way to meet people,
Yeah.
people don't really come up to you.
Really?
I mean,
Maybe y'all
maybe
have been at
some
some
people, like some girls,
unsocial
will like
parties.
compliment your outfit or like
yeah. But
say
it's
like your
also
hair.
a me problem. Like, I'm just like not a super outgoing person. So like,
Same.
and I don't flirt with guys.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
You
it's
know-
a me thing.
Yeah.
So
I feel that. I feel like
there's
also
a problem
like
back at home too, but it's like even more of a problem back like out here because it's like I feel like you have to be super outgoing and super like
grab people's
social.
attention.
Yeah, like
Gotcha.
hey, but
Yeah.
that's I don't know.
See, back home, I never really had the problem because I was pretty much friends with everyone. Everyone knew me, whereas here, nobody knows me. So then when they see me, some people say I look intimidating. So maybe that could be why. Like sometimes
I
my
don't
face,
know.
my resting face, and I have a problem with staring because I love observing people. So I
Yeah.
literally just sit there and stare. Like I'll just stare at people. And so I feel like maybe they're just like, why is she staring at me? Like,
That's
They're
understandable.
intimidated. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely harder.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe they're all just intimidated.
maybe.
I feel like I'm not intimidating.
No, you look nice. You don't look
Thanks.
intimidating.
But yeah, that's my experience.
Yeah.
With,
I feel like the.
I want to be in a relationship, but at the same time, I don't because I feel like once I'm in a relationship,
Distraction.
yeah, like when I was in a relationship at school, like I would get my stuff done, and then I would like hang out like the rest of the night, and then I feel like it
Do
would
it all
just,
over again?
Yeah, like we'd just be hanging out, and it would be like X amount of hours wasted. But at the same time, like it's nice like after like a hard day of like doing or just like I don't know doing stuff, to just like hang out with someone.
Yeah. So when you
So
really
it's like
like
sometimes I'm like, yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice.
yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, should I be at that point?
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, should I be in a relationship at this point in my life?
I think
know.
the priorities and the timelines are different for LA.
Yeah.
I mean, any city in general. If you're in like a major city, I feel like the timelines get pushed back like 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, if you're in Ohio or Oklahoma or wherever else that's like, you know, not probably New York or LA or maybe
Yeah.
Miami,
Yeah.
it's like your timeline for that might be a little quicker just because like you're not as, you know, like we were saying for LA, like you're focused on, you're building something right
Yourself.
now.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like that's kind of your priority until, I don't know how many years, but 8, 10 or
Yeah.
something.
However long. Yeah.
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 I don't know.
However long
That
it
makes
takes.
sense. And if you're uneasy about it, probably don't get into one.
Yeah.
But at least you know what you want and
Mm-hmm.
everything about that. So do you think relationships can work here?
I think they can.
You think so?
I think,
Have you seen them work?
yeah.
You've seen
I've
them
seen
work?
them
Yeah.
work. Like Reagan and Smitty, they're in a,
Oh, yeah,
they're in
yeah,
a
yeah,
nice
yeah.
relationship. And so they're one of the only relationships I've seen out here that are
Yeah.
Like,
that
sustainable.
came out of here.
I mean, you and Zach obviously, but you didn't meet here.
Yeah.
So I don't
Sorry.
know. It's just kind of like difficult, but I think you can, if you want something, you can always make it work.
Yeah.
So for me right now, it is not working, but
It's okay.
it'll happen one day.
Yeah, and we mentioned like the parties like is really the only time to really meet people.
Yeah.
But then when I go to parties, I notice I never see couples. Like me and Zach are like
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, maybe there's like
it's
one other
very
couple,
hard
but you
to
never
it.
see them.
Yeah, it's very hard to see a couple.
Yeah, and so you see a lot of singles, and it's like, well, are these singles out here? Obviously, you're not going to party just like pick someone up, and if you do, it's probably not
Yeah.
good intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's hard to meet someone genuine, and especially at a party in LA.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
they're definitely just there to just like get, you know.
Yeah. Like I was talking on the phone with my mom and she was like, why it's like she's like the only times you see guys are like at parties. So why don't you just go out and do things? I'm like, do you want me to just Uber to a park and walk around?
Right.
What do you I don't know. I'm like there's only so much I can
It
do.
is hard. But have you been going? Oh, I wouldn't find someone at the bar. Maybe not.
Do you have a
would-
online social media or a dating profile?
I've never used it.
Ah.
I don't
No.
know. That would scare me out here.
Same. That would
Probably
scare me.
meeting up with someone you don't know in LA.
That yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how
You'd
I
have
feel
to
about
pick
that.
some public place or something. I
Yeah.
just downloaded the apps pretty recently myself.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a-
if you
yeah.
can't.
do it around where you're at, you might get college students, so people around your age.
Yeah.
So that might not be bad.
I could like you can always set your like age limit
Yeah.
and stuff and like you how far away. But I'm
I get sketched out
too
so
yeah.
easily.
I feel like I'd have to have like a mutual friend with a person or like
Mhm. Right.
I don't
Know
some
them a little
vetting
bit.
I would
or
have to be in
something.
like a group setting
Right.
or something.
A frat party.
Or yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get that.
Having someone that knows somebody is like, it's a vouch for
Because you can
somebody.
talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like yeah,
You know the real.
yeah, you know them. Like you know a little bit. I feel like I'd be like less comfortable meeting up with someone that I'm like no one knows about this person.
Yeah.
I'm like I don't know. I just kind of want to have like a little bit of the.
Security.
Some
Security.
security.
Yeah.
It's like,
But that's just me. Yeah.
no, that makes sense. Like, you don't want to show up in a 60-year-old balding man who lives
Right.
in a
Right. You want to
basement.
make sure they're
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's mostly it. But
Yeah. Maybe start off with like FaceTiming. I don't know, because
You could
even
FaceTime,
younger,
yeah.
even
You could.
being them, that could still be dangerous.
yeah, it's
So-
not really the danger aspect. It's mostly just like
Me, I'm just like, I always think of the worst. I'm
It's not
really-
You've been
the
watching
danger
too many true
aspect, it's just
crimes.
that,
Yeah.
like, I know that I'm not going to be like myself and comfortable in that situation.
Okay.
Like I just know I'm not going to be like myself. 'Cause I'm
Oh,
going to be like,
so-
uncomfortable and I'm going to be like,
Ah,
Yeah.
'cause
yeah.
I've never done it, so I'm like,
So for you, it's like loosening up and
yeah,
being more comfortable
yeah,
with everything.
definitely.
Okay. Well, with all of those interview questions, we're going to loosen up with a little game.
Okay.
Let's do
Don't
it.
mind grabbing it? Keep them in the 2 stacks. All right. Okay. For this game, we're going to hand out a list of your roommates that you've lived with recently.
Okay.
And you have a list of different things like loudest, craziest, funniest.
Yeah.
And you're going to put them with the person it goes with. And one can have multiple. You don't have to have, if someone doesn't have any, that's totally fine.
Okay, gotcha.
So you don't have to have one for each person.
Perfect. So for the people listening to this right now, we have the various names here of Colty, Kylie, Reagan, Ace, Abel, Kaush, Isabel, Smitty, Champagne, and Ashanti.
Yeah.
And so I'll be reading out
Gotcha.
and narrating the
Okay.
various choices for us.
So
Okay.
you can read whatever one you pull.
Loudest was definitely Kylie. I live with Kylie. We live in the same room. Definitely the loudest.
No shame.
Um,
Oh my gosh.
My best friend, I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty close with a lot of people. I'll
Yeah.
have to decide this later. But
You can say 2 different people and put it under someone.
yeah, true. Most trustworthy is probably Ace.
Yes.
Funniest.
The
the
funniest.
funniest. Oh,
Yeah, that is a good question.
Probably think.
We have no funny members. No kidding.
No, they're all funny. That's why it's super hard.
Mitzi? Yourself.
Funniest, probably Colty because he doesn't know that he's funny, but the things that he does are hilarious to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, Colty, what are you?
What are you
Like
doing?
it's not like he tries to be funny. He's just funny. Like he'll just
That's
do
the funniest.
things,
What in the
and
Yeah.
like he'll be like, what? And I'm like,
and you're just like his face.
yeah.
His face.
Life of the party.
Life of
I feel
the
like
party.
Champagne.
Champagne?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like he's always just like having a good time.
Yeah. And he's always really sweet and nice to everyone. Friends with everyone. They're like-
Most likely to be rich. I don't know. I feel like everyone's
well, maybe
pretty
the one who
successful.
won 15K.
Hey, okay, that's true. That's true. Kaush, because he won 15K. That's pretty reasonable.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Nicest, probably Smitty.
Yeah.
I love Smitty. Most likely to be famous. Wait, most likely to be the most famous. I feel like everyone has a good chance of being famous.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I said the most, because I was like, everyone's
Yeah,
pretty
I'm like,
decently has a good
everyone's-
chance.
Yeah, I'm like, everyone's pretty successful in their
Yeah.
own way. Probably Reagan, just
Yeah,
because
I was going to say
I feel
that.
like she has so much going for her. And she's so young.
Yeah.
So
Or Ace, because he is working on stuff, but
craziest.
the craziest. Uh-huh.
Probably Kylie. Because she's so loud and outgoing.
Yeah.
Smartest is probably Ashanti.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Just because, like, I feel like you.
Me and
Have
you,
your
I
head
think,
on
are
your
the only ones
shoulders.
in school right now. That doesn't mean that we're the smartest at all.
Yeah.
But-
Not even in that sense. Just because, like, you're pretty analytical and, like, you're smart about, like, what you have to say.
Thank you.
And, like, you've got a podcast going, you're in school. I don't know.
Figuring it out.
Yeah.
I think everyone
Yeah.
here is pretty smart.
Yeah, I was going to say, everyone's smart.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, he's got a show. You've gotten your skits, and you're growing on
Yeah.
that, on different stuff. And Smitty just got a house. Champagne just
Yeah.
got a house. Kaush just won 15K. Abel and Isabel just went on a trip to
Yeah.
out of this country. Reagan got her stuff going on. She's doing good. Colty's living it up in Canada. Kylie's living it up in Houston.
Yeah, they're all
I think
living
everyone
good.
here is doing pretty well. So that was fun.
Yeah,
I really
that was
liked
fun.
that. That was fun. So we can go back to interview questions.
Oh, let's finish it up.
Alright, yeah. I guess we could just
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh yeah.
throw that away. Put that to the side.
So yeah, thanks for playing through our game segment with us.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're gonna get back to a little bit of the professional stuff in life and the larger questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. The meaning of life. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, you think I know?
She's like, wait.
She's like, her face changed so quick. That was so funny.
No, what's been a low and a high for you living in LA and living in your current housing situation?
A low would probably be just not knowing, just the unknown, because it's just such a different setting. It's like
Right.
across the country from home. Didn't know a single person. So it's just mostly the unknown and how expensive everything is.
Yeah.
And just not knowing where everyone's head's at. You don't know people's true intentions. You don't know, like, I don't know. I guess it's mostly just the unknown because it's such a new environment.
It's really
for me.
like a guessing game out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
A high is literally all the experiences I've had. Like, I've never met any creators ever before moving here. Not even like, I didn't know anyone in Ohio.
So you were the only creator you knew then.
That's
Yeah.
so.
just-
I mean, I knew of the other people from TikTok, but I've never met them.
Yeah.
And like, no one knew me either. When I came to the house, like, no one knew me. So it's mostly just meeting all the people. Like, I would have never had any of the experiences that I've had this summer for living out here, obviously. So I feel like I've been to plenty of different events. I've made a bunch of connections. I've just gotten a bunch of opportunities from just being in this location, which
And
is
that's
awesome.
just this year. Imagine.
Yeah, not even a year, just
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
few months.
Yeah.
Literally
I mean-
a summer. Yeah.
Yeah. Summer, yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a lot of good and there's a lot of bad. There's like pros and cons to anything. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
That's so crazy. What would you say that like meeting other creators was like? Was it about what you expected? Was it different?
It's mostly because, or not mostly because, it has mostly been just like a lot of the creators that you meet, it's like they're exactly how they are online, but sometimes they're not. Like, sometimes they act a little bit more different, which is normal.
Yeah.
But they're all pretty nice.
Because I
for
didn't
the most
expect you to
part.
act like a wolf. Yeah, so
So you're not a furry.
Yeah, no, she's not.
But yeah, like, everyone's mostly, I don't know, it's just interesting seeing them online versus in real life and the different interactions you have with them and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're all nice for the most part. But it's hard to find creators that are genuine and like caring in that sense. But yeah, it's just weird seeing people online and then in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
We talked about that. Like the differences is like, yeah, you can like kind of come to a snap judgment of people just
Yeah.
like based on looking
Through
at a page.
internet.
And
Yeah.
Like your first impression, I guess, but then you meet him and you're like, whoa, you did not see, I did not think you were going to be like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like, it's been really surprising because like a lot of creators that I didn't think that would be like so genuine and nice, like, have been
Yeah.
like, the most genuine.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's just really hard to perceive people from across, like, off of a screen,
Yeah.
off of a post. So it's like really refreshing seeing how genuine and real they are in real life. And I've met a lot of nice people from just like talking to them and giving them a chance.
Right.
yeah, it's
That's
really
good.
not as like, you hear a lot about, oh, like other creators and whatnot are fake or people in LA are
Yeah.
fake. And like, it's not that
There's
bad.
a lot
I mean,
of,
there still are.
Yeah,
But
I mean, LA can be toxic in a lot of aspects, but it's just about finding. It's just about finding your people and like genuine people, which is what
Right.
I've been working on the past couple weeks. Is like making friends and making, I don't know, just like finding
Connection.
people that are like the most real. That's what I'm working on.
And that's better than having a bunch of cool people that are not genuine.
Yeah.
So.
It's finding the few genuine people. So I like that.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So next question.
Yeah.
Has it been harder living here than you thought, or has it been better? What would you say, and why?
It's just about what I expected. Just because I knew that it was gonna be like a difficult transition. So yes, it's been difficult, but I've made it work in a bunch of different ways. It's also difficult in the sense that we were on a reality like game show, so
Yeah.
that was so hard. Like filming for that every day. So I think that's what made it so hard, was that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's about what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
though.
good. That's good.
Definitely more expensive than I thought.
Really?
I was like, especially without a car, I'm like,
Oh
dang,
my
I'm
gosh. So you
dropping
have to
much.
Postmates, not only Postmates, but like I said, you have to Uber as
Yeah.
well.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so tough.
Yeah, that's a lot. LA adds up quick, especially like
Yeah.
everything's far apart out here.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely, it's
Yeah.
tough. Yeah.
Especially since Leo's gone, I have to like get my own food.
I heard
Wait, Leo's
that.
gone.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well,
Is
I
it
think
just-
that his contract was just up. I think it was
Oh,
just for
okay.
the show,
Gotcha.
which I did not entirely know. Like, I thought he was going to stay a little bit longer after, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've already grocery shopped and stuff, but yeah.
It's stressful.
Gotcha. So yeah, you guys got to cook on your own now.
Yeah. I mean,
Dang.
it's not too hard. It's not hard. I was doing that at school anyways. Like, I wasn't on a meal plan or anything.
Yeah.
I just like grocery shopped, but it's just mostly finding like someone to take me because I don't
Yeah.
have a car.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Wait, so you were a
And-
student that cooked all your own meals too?
Well,
That's impressive.
yeah. Like it was like I was on a meal plan. So
Yeah.
Oh, got you. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
now,
so like
yeah.
I would like it would mostly be like ramen
Okay.
and like sandwiches.
Oh man. I can't cook though. So I have none. I
Yeah.
can't cook.
You want to take the next question?
Oh yeah. Do you see yourself living out here for the rest of your life?
I don't know about the rest of my life, but
Okay.
I really don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't know.
I just want to be able to like build a foundation and feel like stable enough to live out here first.
Okay. Yeah.
So I do want to live out here just because I don't know, like I love like the atmosphere out here. I love like the weather. I love the creative aspect.
Yeah.
But it's mostly just like I need to find out. I feel like I'm a really analytical person. And I need to figure out what I'm doing exactly to make myself stable, and successful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
So
a good.
I have a lot of things to work on before deciding if I'm going to be able to live here
Yeah.
long term or not.
That's fair.
Yeah, getting the roots is like hard, and they also say
Yeah.
too, like for LA, like if you're out here longer than 3 years, they say like you're good to stay for a while.
Yeah.
They say the first 3 years are by
Yeah,
far
I'm
the
like,
hardest.
that's a long time.
But no, I mean like 3 years goes by quick out here. There's no
Yeah.
seasons. Time really kind of blends together, and
Yeah.
you're doing a lot of fun things. It's gonna go by quick, and like and that's a good thing too. Like it'll be good and bad. Like you wish it lasted a little longer too. and-
Yeah.
but it's also like you're gonna make some amazing memories and stuff.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
See, I'm
there's
a
too many
big time person.
opportunities.
I think that's why I'm so obsessed with back home is everything's slow pace. I feel like I get
Yeah.
more time with my family. I get more time to live out my life. Whereas here, it's just so fast. I don't have time to think and be like, it just makes me not depressed, but like sad out here because I'm like, dang, I'm like wasting time. Like
That's
family.
how
I
I've
don't
been
get to see my
feeling.
family.
That's how I've been feeling this past week. That's why
Yeah.
I like. It was like, I think it was Monday or something. I was on the phone with my mom. I was like, I just need to book a flight home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was Monday. It was like, I forget when, but I was just so fed up, and I was just like, I feel like I'm not doing enough. So I just need to go home.
Yeah, and I hate feeling like I'm wasting time, like away from my family, because I'm like I've said before a million times, like I'm a big family person, so I don't
Yeah.
want to feel like that at all, and regret it for God only knows what reason.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard
yeah,
balance. to
you
strike.
live out here though, so
Yeah, all my family's on the East Coast though, so for me it's like it's
Oh.
tough to balance. I'm like me and my sister are the only people out here in our family, so it's actually like it's a tough thing to balance, of course. But you have to. I kind of look at it like college still. Like you plan trips to go back home, and
true.
maybe
you
it's just
do.
part of growing up. I haven't technically really grown up yet because I haven't been to like a college. Like have you have?
Yeah, I
I've
haven't
never
grown
really
up yet
been away
either,
from
though.
home. I've never been away from home.
Yeah, I haven't grown up yet either though. So
I mean, a little bit more than I have. Look at this place; it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But it's not. It's mostly just like I just need to be like in my own home and like talk to my mom.
Yes, my mom.
Yeah, my mom. Just because like I have people to talk to out here, but like it's just not the same.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, it's just like hard to talk to like my parents and my family, because there's a 3-hour time difference.
Yeah.
They're like, my mom's like working full time now, and it's like I just want to be home and then like just like be in a different environment for a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I get that, and I love that environment over there, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for answering these questions. We're going to go ahead and go on to the audience involvement, if you want to take that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got thank you guys for shooting questions. We got 2 questions today that are pretty juicy that we want to dive into.
Oh gosh.
And basically the way we're going to run this is each of us gets a little say, and we're going to have a panel basically to decide yay or nay to these questions or what the answer might be.
Okay.
So Mitzi, some of our viewers just shoot us these random questions.
Okay.
So our first question is, what is the biggest pain point in modern dating?
Pain point?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's
do you mean by-
different from
What do you mean by
From
pain
relationship
point?
to
Like what's
relationship.
what's the hardest part about modern dating?
I think in modern dating, especially with technology, it's kind of like people have their own say on your relationships.
Yeah.
Because if you post something with someone, then they're going to be like, they're going to have their own judgments. If you're talking about, like modern relationships, because a lot of stuff is social media, or presented on social media, a lot of private things. And so like sometimes people will be like, oh, I don't think that they look good together, or oh, they do look good together. Oh, and then like if something doesn't work out, they're like, oh, where's this person? And then it's like the pain of like the
Right.
comments like lingering. I mean, I haven't had that problem yet, but like people have had that problem where they're like, oh, this person's not in your videos anymore. Like,
And then
and
they
then people
start to
start
think
their
that
own-
people are cheating and stuff, and they'll give hate.
yeah.
Like if someone tells their side, then they'll go hate on the other person. Yeah, that's not good.
So it's just, it's a lot of the outside opinions from social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine is, I mean, it has to do with my relationship, but I think also with social media, you meet a lot of people in through social media who are not probably near you, or if you do social media, you meet them at parties and stuff, and they may not live anywhere near you also. And I think distance might be a big thing in my relationship, at least, is that's pretty
Yeah.
hard because we don't live anywhere near each other.
I think I'm kind of similar to you guys, but in a slightly different aspect, I guess. I would say like the technology side of it, because it feeds into a couple different things. So like social media, or not even social media, but the technology of like dating apps and stuff like that. Like we get so many choices now where it's almost overwhelming. There's almost like everybody has so many options at any given point, where I feel like that makes it tougher to like give everybody a proper amount of time. Like I
Right.
find it hard to, have I given this person enough time or vice versa? And I feel like it almost creates this like mindset of like really like an easy come, easy go sort of thing, which is, maybe not necessarily bad, but it definitely makes, I feel like it could cause its own problems, obviously. You know?
Yeah.
Where like everyone kind of has too many options. It's too let's say too overwhelming, I guess, It'd be hard to balance. I'm all about balance. So like
Yeah.
sometimes like if there's, something is too much, like that's,
Yeah.
it's hard to actually like balance in your life.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then also another thing I just thought of, the last thing I talked about, I didn't actually have an experience with it, but like I see other people going through it. Like, if you have a relationship online, like people judging, I mean, that was not my personal problem, but, yeah, like I've seen other people go through that. And another thing is probably just like seeing other people's relationships online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like,
You start
I don't know,
comparing.
you start comparing.
Yeah.
And then, especially if you're single, you're like, oh, well, I want that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Maybe it's not even that good. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Like,
Yeah.
is it truly that good?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And actually that's another thing too, is like it kind of brings up this FOMO, like this fear of missing out, because
Yeah,
you see what
yeah.
everybody's doing. So like you can see what your ex is doing.
Yeah.
And like nobody really wants to see that, know?
Yeah.
And it's like that creates this whole thing of like, oh, like am I missing out? And look at I stayed in tonight. Look at all these people out having fun. you know?
Especially
Yeah.
here when I see, I'm like, oh my gosh, of course they're all partying and I'm sitting in my bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's again like too many options. Like I could go to this party, this party, this party. If I go
Yeah.
to one, then I'm missing out on this other one. And
Yeah,
it's just
because
like,
what if this one isn't as big as this one?
yeah, there's just too many options, I think, is the hard thing, which
Yeah.
is a good thing to have. It's probably a good problem to have too many
Yeah.
options
It
as
might not
opposed
be
to
that
no
bad,
problems
honestly.
or no options, but
Yeah, I'd rather have too many options.
Too many
than no
options,
options. Yeah.
That's correct.
But I still think that's a struggle in itself,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I can see that.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Next question.
Our next question. Is it okay to date a coworker?
I don't think so.
No.
Personally, because it could cause conflict in the workspace, because if something doesn't work out, then it's like you see each other every day still.
Yeah.
And then if like one person gets in a relationship and then you're still like, if one of them gets in a relationship and the other one doesn't, then the other person's probably going to be a little envious or like, a little bit, a little bit bitter about it. And I don't know, I would never want to go into like a workspace like with like, oh, I have to see this person.
Intentions of dating.
Yeah.
Either.
Or I'm just thinking of when it doesn't work out. Like when it is working out, it's probably like great. Like you're looking forward to going to work. You're probably like, oh, I get to see them all day. Like this is great. But then if something doesn't work out, or it could be just distracting to your work in general.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Distraction for sure. I don't know. I'm watching Designated Survivor, like I said, and there is a couple in the White House, and they both are co-workers, which is probably not good for the White House, for working for the president. But yeah, I don't think it's a good idea because they avoid each other when really they're supposed to be working together because it didn't end up working out. So I don't think that's a good idea.
True.
What about the relationships in the Go House, though?
I just think, like, another thing that I thought of, like, going into it was I don't want to be, I don't know how to explain it. I guess if they didn't work out, then it would have been, I mean, so far they've all worked out, but, like, if it didn't work out, it, like, comes with the fear of, like, oh, well, I don't want to be, like, what if they don't want to live with each other because it didn't work out, or, like, it's kind of like the same thing as coworker, like, you're living in the same space and like you don't want to pick a side with someone, or like I don't know how to explain it, but like that in that sense. But
Content House is arguably even higher stakes because you're living there, not only working there but living there too. So like you are seeing that person all the time,
and like we said, you're supposed to be working together.
So when it works, it's great. When it doesn't, it'd probably be hard.
Kind of like that's why I was just kind of glad that me and Couch didn't like get into it, because like we're living with each other and like eventually it's not gonna work out, so like that would have been super
awkward.
So like a lot of podcasts, like he said, like, oh, you're like a great person, but like
this and this.
Like we've talked about that, but like we've talked about like if I don't know, I just it's a lot to digest, because it's like even if I did like someone in a content house, I wouldn't want, I don't know. It is the same thing as like working or like dating a coworker. Like you don't want to ruin anything, the professional aspect, and you don't want to, like, you're living together. You don't want to like make things tense in your own living living space.
Going off of that, I think it's tough because there's high stakes. So, if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, that's really bad. So I would say, like, I wouldn't say it's unacceptable to date a coworker. I would say that you have to be really sure
that this person's right.
And you have to take a lot of calculated risks. You have to know going into it, like, if this doesn't work out, am I going to be able to deal with this?
Right.
And not only that, I feel like this whole thing about, is it okay to date a coworker? So it's kind of like a question of like, are you guys seeing each other yet, even too? Because like if you're just in the workplace and like maybe you got like a little something going,
like
but
flirting,
but you're not sure, like it's probably better to lean on not doing it. But I would say that if you're just like in a flirting level, like you have to know like for damn sure if that person is like into you too. Like before you even like make a move, like you would have to know like 100% sure. If you don't, like you're set up for disaster. You're not
setting yourself up.
So you have to be very, very positive. Like you can't miss. You cannot miss. And then also if you are in an actual relationship in the workplace, like you cannot miss either. Like you gotta know like that's gonna work. If it isn't,
also gotta think about the people around you, because that could affect your other coworkers. You know what I mean?
But then again, like liking someone you can't really control.
That's true.
So it's like I can't just like say to myself like, oh,
don't like
I would never, like if it ends up happening, like it happens. It's
Yeah.
not like anyone in the Go House came into the Go House thinking like, I am going to be in a relationship with someone in the house.
Yeah.
Like, it just like happens. You put a bunch of young people in one space. Like,
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
young single people. They're all attractive. Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I just like try to make it not happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the answer to the question is you just got to be sure what
Gotta
you're
be
doing. You got to be
positive. Yes.
100% sure.
100% sure. Okay, well, thank
Yeah.
you so much, Mitzi, for
Yeah.
taking your time out of your
Yeah.
day to come with us.
Thank you for having me.
We loved having you on our show, Third Wheeling, where we talk about
Thanks.
LA entertainment, dating, and just lifestyle here.
And so for people that weren't formally introduced, this is Mitzi. She is
Hi.
on Instagram, TikTok. Be sure to follow her. You've probably seen her online before.
Yeah.
So definitely go follow her if you aren't already. And yeah, thanks.
My Instagram is Mitsy Sanderson. My YouTube's Mitsy Sanderson. My TikTok is Mitsy270, and same with my Snapchat. So
Yeah,
So go do that.
go do that. Thank
Yeah,
you, guys.
thanks for joining
yeah,
us.
thanks for having me.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Bye.